we can see some information given about this player and their seeds. Let us go into the set. It has mentioned that 8 players P1 to P8 of the Indian cricket team played a tournament. The coach seeded the players in the decreasing order of their runs in the tournament, such that 2 or more players who get the same run will get the same seed, and the player who has the next highest run will get the next seed, and so on. Between any two seeds, the numerically lower seed is considered to be the better seed. Okay. Later, the coach submitted the seeding to BCCI. BCCI needed all distinct seeds and asked the coach to give revised seeds. Needed all distinct seeds, which is not there, because 2 players with the same run who get the same run are getting same seed, but BCCI required that distinct seeds. So what they asked the coach to give revised seeds from 1 to 8 to the 8 players in the decreasing order of their runs. Which is not always available. If 2 or more players get the same number of runs and compete for the same seed, then the player who played the least number of overs among them should be seeded the best. That is, the S will be given in this way. The one with the next least number of overs, the next best, that means S plus 1, and so on. When the coach seeded the players accordingly, it was observed that. So after revision, what it was observed, that we need to find it out. Observe that point number 1, initially there was no seed which was given to more than 3 players. Initially, there was no seed which was given to more than 3 players. Okay, maximum 3 players got it, or less than 2 players. Initially, there was no seed which was given to more than 3 players or less than 2 players. That means either 2 players or 3 players has received same seed initially. At least one of the seeds was common between 3 players. Okay. At least one of the seeds was common between 3 players. Okay. There are different combinations then. 8 number of people. What are the combinations possible? Maybe it would be in any order of 2, 2, 3, 3. That would be, no, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3. 6 plus 2, 8 combination. Otherwise, we can find, otherwise it should be, if I want to take only without 2, without 3, it can be 2, 2, 2, 2, but it is not allowed, because at least one of the seeds was common between 3 players. So minimum 1 if it is there. So one number of 3 I need to take. So another 5, I cannot do 2 to 1 because initially there was no seed which was given to more than 3 player or less than 2 player. So only possibility was 2, 3, 3 in any order that I can find. Okay. Let's get the next information. Point number 2. Of the players whose seeds were changed, the change in the seed of P2 was lower than that of any other player. The change in the seeds of P2 was lower than any other player, and the change in seeds of P7 was greater than that of any other player. Lower than that of any other player and greater than any other player. The change. Okay. Only P4 had a seed change of 3. P7 was greater than that of any other player. P4 had a seed change of 3. So P7 will be definitely more than 3. Achha. Next point number, this is point number 3 done. Point number 4 now. The number of overs played by P3 was less than that of P1. But his revised seed was not better than that of P1. What does it mean? There is some meaning written here. Number of over players played by P3 was less than that of P1. So if they had the equal seed, so definitely P3 would be of better seed, means numerically less. But his revised seed was not better than that of P1. So definitely P1, a P3, the run scored was less than P1. Run scored by P3 was less than by P1. That I can find as the over is less. Okay. This is the information of that point number 4. Point number 5. P1's new seed was 6. So it is a direct information. P1 new seed is 6. So P3 will be more than 6. That means 7 or 8. So here I can find one information. P1 revised R. REV. P1 REV is 6. So P3 REV, but his revised seed was not better than that of P1. So P3 revised will be equal to 7 or 8. That is the information of 4 and 5 taken together. Okay. Next information, 6, point number 6. Initially P4 and P5 had the same seed. P4, P5 initially has same seed. Okay. I can consider P4 seed, initial seed P4 is equal to P5. No two players had played the same number of overs. That is again another information. That is no two players had played the same number of overs. So for that I can find it out that number of overs are different, and due to that reason distinct seeds we have received. Now we have taken this entire information above so that we can do some kinds of work. First point that we have already defined, that as per the players, total 8 players, their groups would be 2, 3, 3, because more than no seed which was given to more than 3 player or less than 2 players. So 2 or 3, that should be the situation, and we have done 2 3 3. So these one will give me one very basic information. Initial seeds. What are the initial seeds possible? Only 3 are there, and these 3, it was been ranked in such a manner that all of the people with 2, it would be same seed. With 3 will be same seed. Which is the next one? Next, or maybe in any order, I don't know. That I need to define. Considering that initially there would be only 3 seeds, 1 to 3. So it will leads that 1, 2, 3. It would be initial seeds. So can I write it down? Initial seeds 1. I don't know how many people. 2 and 3. This way I have written initial seeds. Now what is other information that is important here? In this way, the initial seeds are 1 to 3, and finally, as all are different, then final seeds that would be starting from 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the 8 seeds finally. So what are the possibility? I don't know that who would be 3, who would be 2. I will take different possibility and try to find it out that in which way it can be done. Let me take one information. Let's say from 3, there are 3 numbers of people with that stage. So what would be scenario? 3 to 6, 3 to 7, and 3 to 8. Now, if these are 3 number of people, then what I can write? Change of seed number. 3 to 6 means it would be 3 change, 4 change, and this is 5 change. I know that from 3, that 7 and 8 definitely. 6, it would be there or not, I don't know. Let us assume that 3, 4, 5, in this way it has been 3 people change. And let us assume on the basis here it would be go to 5, and minimum one another 4. I don't know that this 6 would be from 2 or not. Now taken 8, if I want to write it down, it would be 3 here and it would be 2 here. Now can you see that there are 2 cases wherever 3 change is happening, but one information is very important. Only P4 had a seed change of 3. Only P4 has a seed change of 3. Now if these are 2%, seed change 3 is happening, which is contradicting our normal sequence, so it cannot be. What does it mean? Meaning is from the initial seed 3 to 6 is not allowed. What I have to make readjustment. I am readjusting, it is not possible. And considering that from 3, I have to take to 6 also. And once I have taken it, so I need to write that 2 to 5, it would be a 3 change. 2 to 6, it should be a 4 change. So 3, 1. Even if 1 to 4 is also happening. No, 1 to 4 cannot happen. So then it would be a 3 change. So definitely here 2 to 4, 2 to 5, 2 to 6. These are the 3 changes. And from 1 onward, the changes would be 1 to 1, 1 to 2, and 1 to 3. And if I consider that changes, it is 0 change, it is 1 change, and it is 2 change. So here I can find it out only 1%, it is of changing 3. So that's why my initial idea that from 1, it was 3 number of people, 2, it would be 3 number of people, and 3, it is definitely 2 number of people. And finally, these would be the seeds. And in which way it is changing, that I need to find it out. So the informations once we have taken, I can find it out that from 1, 0 change, 1 change, 2 change, it is happening. 1 change is the minimum. And of the player whose seeds were changed, the change in the seed of P2 was lower than that of any player. That means it would be definitely P2. So P2 would be here. And P2 seed change is 1. So P2 it was initially. And was lower than any other player. And the change of seed of P7 was greater than any other player. So P7 must be this place. Wherever change was 5. So P7 it was also present. It has been taken care. Only P4 has a seed change of 3. 3. P4 would be here. So P4 it is remaining in this location. Seed change is this. The number of overplayed by P3 was less than that of P1. So P3 definitely the number of overplayed was less than P1, but the run scored of P3 was less than the P1. So P3 it would be definitely lesser than that. So P3 in which way, in which position it is being placed, that I need to find it out. P1 new seed was 6. P1 new seed is 6. So P1 need to be in this location. P1 need to be here. But it has mentioned that run scored by P3 was less than P1. So definitely P3 would be in this location, because but revised seed was not better than. So it would be our P3. So P3 I need to write that, means P3 would be present here. And what more information it has been given? P4, P5 has the same seed. P4 is seed initially. P4, P5 had the same seed initially. P4 seed was this. So P5 need to be here. That means P5 I need to place in this location. But I don't know 6 and 8. So P6, P8. They need to be here. I don't know where it would be. P6 or P8? P8 or P6? This way we need to solve our entire problem. Now what I have to find, what is the final seed of P5? P5 final seed, I can find it out 4. So answer for this question is option D, which is 4. P5 it is 4. We can see here. Second question, which of the following were initially seeded same? Initially seeded same, I can see P2, P6, P8, P4, P1, P5, P3, P7. These are the possibility. But out of that, P6 and P8, that is only given. So P6, P8, it would be the right answer. P5, P8, I can see P5 and P8 are different initially. P7, P1, P7 and P1, it is different also. So definitely answer choice for question number 2 would be option A. Question number 3, whose seed did not change? Seed did not change. Now we can see either P6 or P8. P6 and P8, this is given in option A, and P8 in option C. But as any one can be, so either A or C would be the answer. So question number 3 answer should be option D. Now question 4, that I need to find it out. In question 4, by how much did P1 seed change? By how much did P1 seed change? P1 seed change, it should be 4 because it is happening from 2 to 6. So it should be 4. That is option C. This would be the answer. Once we have made these entire change of seeds, we can solve this problem.